and I can look
The
at it.
project purpose. So in my opinion, our students don't have enough opportunity to develop their reading skills. Especially with guided reading, we didn't really know what to do at first, and we just had to like create something out of the resources that we have. Don't have enough of opportunity to develop their reading skills at our school. So they have a lot of resources at home. For Scholastic, they can order a lot of books from Scholastic. Their parents buy them books.
Yeah.
But they get demotivated to read them, even rest kids, because they don't understand what they're reading. At school, we teach them how to read by teaching them phonics for grade 1 especially, but we never teach them how to digest text. So we just push them like, okay, grade 1, you need to read this and that, or grade 2, you need to read at least a book a week, or 30 minutes a week. But we don't really help them how to, understand what they're reading. So we have logbooks and online reports from Raskin.
Yeah.
But I think those are inaccurate. We just look at them, but we don't really know what's happening.
Right. It's more of a total time, instead of maybe like the quantity we're assessing, through kind of parent supervision, but the quality is maybe not there.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I was I've been wondering actually. Raskids has been, emailing me with reports.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Like they read 5 books this week, but what's the use of that? Like I don't really know why are my kids still struggling.
Right.
So those are inaccurate for me. Or sometimes we hear it from the parents, like, Miss Francis, I don't know how to help my kids and all this stuff like that. Okay, so the objective of this project is to develop effective reading skills that can help reading process smoothly and effectively. The second one is to enhance reading as a process that involves many stages, especially the comprehension phase.
Yeah.
Encourage students to check out their understanding of what they read and use strategies such as previewing, annotating. I know grade 1s are going to be young for this one, but I want them to start early. Outlining, summarizing, maybe an easier way of outlining. At least like you introduce it to them.
Yeah.
This would take the reading process to another level. For instance, writing personal review, or describing the characters of these. Next one is to create an atmosphere of effective interaction and engagement among the classroom, the parents, and the school staff. So Project Impact. This will help our students develop socially, emotionally, and intellectually. Being given the opportunity to read and understand books, it will leave a positive impact on children, on their reading attitude and behavior.
Yeah.
They will be more motivated and they will be able to read confidently. For parents, since we have text that will be sent at home or like a printed text, we will send this to the kids for practice, so the parents will be guided on how to help them, where to help them. And since we send them weekly newsletter, we can improve parents' involvement as well.
Yeah.
For local community, you can correct me with this one. So the kids could share this one. The kids could share these skills to their peers, especially in China. We need this one. We need the skills to promote reading to students, especially for second.
Yeah, because reading is the foundation, and these skills, the better they become at this at an early age, the more it'll help them. And these skills, most of the time, they are developed naturally. However, that basically what happens is that the few kids will do a very, very good job, and the rest of the kids will kind of muddle through it. And so I think this project is really good. It specifically focuses and targets kind of that thing that is missing, from phonics to reading a long book. Most of the time it's just given.
And for our school mission, since we will be meeting our standards, we are confident that we will continue to be committed to promoting creative and critical thinking. Next one is project description. So this project aims to establish a positive perspective towards reading at an early age. So it is hoped that it can create a turning point at our school where young students hopefully will be able to develop effective reading skills and enjoy reading for different purposes. So I believe that reading opens the door to every child's academic success.
Yes, 100%, yes.
So this project is specifically for grade 1 students. This will be done during the first semester next year to prepare them to be good readers or effective readers. So this will help them understand better what they are reading by learning all the different skills that they have to know at an early age.
Basically, we're breaking down something tremendously hard into, that's very good, yeah.
So I believe that their proficiency in reading enables them to comprehend more of what they are reading. So they also become competent researchers who are able to study effectively and extract relevant and necessary information from books, comic books, or any information from the internet or television, or any text that they see around them. This will be actually given in our guided reading class, or this will be implemented in our guided reading class. It's easier because we have 2 teachers, we have local teachers. So we benchmark them first. So what I was planning to do is to separate the class into 2 groups, the low level, mid, and high level together. So low level kids for grade 1, most of them are 0 English.
Right.
So some of them are VIP.
So are you thinking of doing skills for all the kids, or do the kids kind of at least have a decent amount of phonics? That once they kind of master that, then they move on to this skill?
So the local teachers. Also, the group will be, or the class will be divided into 2 groups. First group will be with the local teachers. So she or he will go over. So group 1 will go over certain vocabularies or a set of sight words every week for children who don't have knowledge in English or the PhD. So this will run. Our target, or my target, is a month. So they will just the teacher, the local teacher, will just give them more opportunities to grasp all this sight words, all these vocabularies. But it doesn't mean that they don't read. They will still read, but all AA, the level AA. It's because they don't have to take the test yet. So they just read it, and they have picture books. So it's more easier to understand for low levels. It is because we want to push them to read more picture books until they are ready to learn the skills. For group 2, so the foreign teacher introduces and connects familiar story, like for example, 3 Little Pigs, or anything that is familiar to them, and incorporate the skill by asking random questions. And then the teacher teaches the skills, applies the practice text in context, and then we give them another text so that they could write about it. If we don't have enough time, we could give it to them as a homework, and then the parents can check it. Because I wanted the kids to learn independently. But for this early age, they still need parents' guidance at home. So we assign them their levels on Raskits depending on the benchmark or the results. So they have to choose a book in that particular level to be decoded, and again depending on the task and the skills they've learned. But this one is differentiated because they choose their own book on that particular level. It's going to be time consuming for the teachers to check. But what we can do in the classroom, we spend during homeroom time, the after lunch, we could share it to the class, so the teachers could check and the students could hear it from the other students as well. So this one will be implemented next school year from September 2018 to January 2019. So September, we're just going to build vocabularies for the low levels. We're going to do at least 1 skill every week. So this one is 3 skills for the month of October.
Oh, very good. Analyze character's point of view, author's point of view. Very nice. So kind of just even, I think it might be difficult to, and maybe perhaps language, this is really good for the teachers. Maybe just maybe making the language here when we actually teach the kids make it a little bit easier, but it's really good. Even just letting them know that there's different parts of the story. I think that's That's really good.
And I think local teachers are really good with this.
Yeah.
Since they are handling the low-level kids,
Sure.
they would know how to, like, if they have to translate it.
And these words, it's a good guide for them as well, because for them, they probably, for local teachers, they haven't really done this themselves probably. So it's kind of what you said. They need to translate. They kind of they're learning as they go as well, which is they can use that same experience to kind of help the kids.
And then we are going to do benchmarking after 2 months, or if we can do it every.
Yeah,
No, that's 2 months, right? So the tools for measuring the success to monitor our progress and the success of this project, it will be measured based on their benchmarking results.
Right.
And weekly skills analysis from ResKids. So if you go to ResKids, there we can see the analysis if they pass or not. So students should pass at least 70%
Right.
of each skill learned.
Yeah.
I think 70% is.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's
I mean,
good.
look,
I want them to push.
Right. That's good. That's a very good standard. It's not so hard that it's impossible, but it's still very it's still a high level of standard. So then the kids really still have that high standard. Good.
So that's my project proposal.
I think this project looks number one, very detailed. Number two, you have all the right steps and you have all the dates. You took the skills and you organize it properly. You have the task for the tasks and the main things that you're doing is very clear for both teachers. There's assessment built in, and there is obviously a success criteria that you set for yourself and this project. So I think the project is very well designed, and I think it will have a very high chance of success.
Thank you.
No, thank you. It was very nice.